I'd like to take just a moment of your time and introduce myself. My name is Chris Lawson. I'm the founder of the Spiritual Research Network. And I just want to share real briefly, kind of to put the thought in your head, have you ever considered doing yoga? Or do you practice yoga? Do you do yoga? Are you a yoga instructor? Are you doing Christian yoga? Are you doing yoga down at the gym, local gym, for exercise? And if so, if you've answered yes to any of these questions, I just want to ask you, do you really know what yoga is for? Do you understand the philosophy that yoga is based upon? It's an Eastern philosophy. It's an Eastern occult mystical philosophy. And chances are pretty high that if you're doing Christian yoga or you're doing yoga for exercise, you might be thinking, well, I'm just doing the exercises. I'm not meditating. I'm not, following a guru and his mystical or her mystical teachings and that sort of stuff. However, I just like to throw this out to you. Do you really understand the philosophy and the basis of what the asanas, the poses, are based upon? Are you understanding of what pranayama is, the breath work? And that the breath work is based on the philosophy of yoga, again, which is an occult philosophy. Yoga predates Hinduism. Some say that yoga is 5,500 to even 6,000 years old. Well, what do the Eastern gurus say about yoga? That's a good question. Have you thought of that one? How about yogi professors in Hindu universities on the continent of India, the subcontinent of India? Are you familiar with what they say about yoga? How about the Christian medical practitioners in the United Kingdom who warn of the dangers of yoga? Are you familiar with the Hindu yogis who are some of the most deeply set occultists on the planet, who are in trance possession states at times? And they warn about the dangers of yoga. Are you familiar with that? Here's another one for you. Has your Christian yoga instructor warned you about the dangers of yoga? If you're practicing yoga, has your instructor warned you about the dangers of doing yoga around children, little children? How about prenatal yoga? You pregnant mothers, have you been warned about the dangers of what can happen to your baby inside your womb as you're practicing yoga, even if it's just down at the local gym? Most of the local gyms here around the United States and the United Kingdom, they teach hatha yoga or sun-moon yoga, okay? Are you familiar with the first stages of hatha yoga and the dangers that it can bring about? These are just all simple questions for you to think about if you haven't thought about it yet. And what I would like to do is just direct you to our Dangers of Yoga page, and you can take a look at the articles there. We'll actually be posting a lot more in the future, as well as on issues such as Reiki and Qigong, the martial arts, energy work, intuitive healing, the laying on of hands and the occult transference of this kundalini Shakti type energy that's being played off in Christian churches as a Christian anointing. You thought about that? I'll let you go now. I'm sure you've got other things to do today. But I just wanted to kind of probe some questions to your mind. And please take a look at the SRN website, because there are a lot of things that people are getting involved with that they absolutely have no idea about as far as the dangers and the philosophies behind them. Thank you for your time.